All right, finally something acknowledges Jesus fucking Christ. I had to unplug something and plug something back in. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and welcome to yet another fine edition of GNF Televisable. Well, all of the audio failures happens very quickly. Jesus Christ, where all the audio failures happens fairly quickly. All right, I could speak. I think. Hello out there in Chatsville. Are y'all doing good? Doing great? Doing fine? I have sent out all the requests for those who wish to participate. You know, all that kind of shit. I don't have my drink, so there is that. Uh, it is what it is. You just have to deal with whatever it is. But it is a Friday. Saturday for some. How's everybody doing out there in Chatsville? Are we all doing good? Grand? All the places are doing what they're supposed to be doing. I believe it is that time. Yes, it is. So I have not been going too crazy. We do have slightly an interesting stack of things, but we're going to see exactly where all of this hits. But yeah, no. We have a very young black man who beats up on professional wrestler, almost murders him. We have other things that have happened outside of that. Um, the answer to the Final Fantasy Online, since Dragoneth will not be here due to whatever reasons. Apparently there's a lot more into the story than what meets the eye, which kind of concluded the way how I predict it was going to conclude. Jesus Christ. We have quite a few things, honestly. The whole backlash with the what do you call it? The Pokemon versus the other Pokemon related clone. At the moment, I can't remember. Pal World is still up for debate. Yet there's a new game on the block that uses the same thing that Pokemon is trying to challenge and charge Pal World. Very fascinating. But apparently, Jim X decided to join. Hello, Jim. How you doing? Of course, everything is died on his end because buttons and switches and all that kind of shenanigans. I can hear a bleeping thing. Hello. So what's up? How's it going?
The country's burning still. We're Democrats think Gavin Newsom is the great white hype, and
well, technically he is according to
for them data. At least. I don't know. It just seems like the world is slowly burning, and I'm just enjoying it with popcorn.
Yeah, no, I mean, as Trump's stock is flailing, Gabby Newsom's stock is increasing for whatever reasons. You still have ALC with a giant potentiality of becoming,
God, you know what? I would love that. I would actually love that. That'd be hilarious to watch.
I know. Now you see my vision.
The trash fire would be hilarious watching that because that would be the last embers of the Democrat burning out. I mean, that'd be great.
Trash fires?
Yeah, they keep burning.
Yeah, when AOC is mentioned, there's always a trash fire around.
Something like that. Yeah. Definitely beer bottles and a few other different things. Hello, Sparky. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
That's good.
God damn it.
Have you guys been paying attention to the drama that is entertainment, gaming related news?
I try not to.
You try not to?
I mean, I've heard nothing but bad news. Rockstar and Bungie, or not Bungie, but what is it? Fucking Elder Scroll 5. Fucking
that is
that company.
Bethesda.
Todd Howard's. It just works. Said we're not going to do mods anymore, and I'm like, your games don't work when they come out without the mods, right?
I mean, literally. They may not want to do mods. Doesn't necessarily mean that the modders are going to go around and make mods.
No, but they're saying they're going to anybody who uses mods on their games will be banned from playing their game. So I wish them luck on that. But
Yeah, I would want.
I mean, honestly, the only reason why anybody plays their games is because of mods. I know personally myself that I seek out certain games that have mod capabilities just so that I can make the game better in experience. Because realistically, whatever they presented me is dog shit.
pretty much,
I've tried it and I concluded that it's dog shit. So I'm gonna have to add some flavor to it.
I mean, there was one game that had so much dog shit, no mods could fix it. But hey,
Yeah, I know. It was Todd's greatest, opus and legend of space, of the genre. that when
Starfield?
when the fine folks of NASA were shot people out in space, they did not find shit boring.
I know Starfield, so
I know.
that game.
Oh yeah, by the way, Rogue. Yeah, if the instant I think again, it sounds like you're talking through a tin can.
Yeah, that is true. I kind of enjoy it. It's kind of fun. It sounds like we're talking like the old ways with the
Sure.
string and
I
tin can.
mean,
There we go.
Seems kind
There
of.
we go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is just a matter of pushing it through whatever mic. It was probably going through the PC mic for the laptop. It does that every now and then. I love these things. You just switch it over.
Yeah, I have to switch it over every time I come in here. I keep forgetting to do it.
It is what it is.
It tries to go through my mic and my headphones, and that's muted. So
see, there you go. I had to unplug my mic and plug it back in for it to acknowledge. So yeah, there's still some issues with whatever it is. I know Windows did an update, which was awesome. Thank you, Windows.
oh, yeah, thanks, Windows.
Always fun when they do that.
I know. It's like, hey, we got this update that you need to do. It's like, why?
Speaking of updates, 2 more months, I'm gonna have to switch over to Linux.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
No, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't. Here's the thing: there's just no more updates for it, and virus programs will still be updating for it. A couple other things will be for a while.
No more updates. You mean I'll be free finally?
Yeah.
So
if there's a big fucking bug in there, yeah. But Windows 10 will no longer be updated after October 31st, I think. So
that was already stated months ago.
Yeah,
years ago, actually.
Yes. So it was actually reinstated months ago that this was not going to be a thing. Most people thought it was going to continue regardless. No, everybody's fucked, including the army. They're fucked. So
the army could pay money to have it fixed. Do the paid updates of 100. I think it's like $100 a year.
That's something. Look, your president already gave them more money, so they can do that willy-nilly.
Yeah, no.
I mean, realistically, it makes just as much money as ICE. So, realistically, I don't think it needs that much money to update. It's not difficult, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, the funny thing is like 90% of the military's computers, I mean this quite literally, run on DOS still. So. Not on Windows at all, but DOS. So, like every vehicle, every truck, every equipment and data log and for equipment and vehicles is done through Windows 95 at the best, because a lot of the pre-existing data exists through, basically DOS programs that we're still using today in the military. They say they're not, and they say they've updated to spreadsheets, newer, better stuff, but they haven't. I guarantee you they haven't. If they have, that'd be a fucking miracle. But maybe the Air Force and the Navy, but the Marines and Army, they're a little stubborn in those areas.
Well, again, Marines are just guys on pontoons set out to kill, so they really don't need to update anything. In the Army, forget that. Again, you're expendable pieces of cogworks. You don't need to be updated.
Pretty much.
And the only thing that you have to worry about is if tank go boom. That's it.
Mhm.
Honestly. and,
Push
and most,
button mechanics.
yeah, pretty much. And most of this shit is now being drone operated. So I mean, realistically speaking,
Yeah.
So,
True.
yeah, see, yeah. Gotta love, the updated technology. But no, I was referring to a game that has slightly come out in debuted for this GameCom. Have you heard of this particular game called Hokai Nexus Anima?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, let's take a look to see what kind of spurs a good attention from you. I don't think we need the audio, do we?
You can turn off the audio. We don't need the audio. We don't need to get copyright strike for that.
It's okay. It's a Sparky sound. That would probably get it. So does it?
Time out. Hang on. Don't run. You're gonna get sued by Nintendo.
You think? You think? Oh my God! Did you see that opening right here? My goodness, it's a mounting character.
That animation looks really stiff.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Well,
Oh no,
I know
no,
that,
time out.
that's
Good.
gameplay. It's really stiff.
All right, time out. They're good. They're riding side saddle.
Still. Then there's the next mounted case. I'll be showing up soon, like this one here.
Looks very, very stiff.
Does
I don't
it?
know, but
I mean, realistically, when it comes down to any form of what do you call it?
and by stiff I mean like this is straight up like this doesn't feel like gameplay. I don't know why.
Oh, it's gameplay.
I don't know. It's gameplay, but it's very stiff.
Yeah, this is the their take on, I'm guessing, a Pokemon related adventure. The best way I could possibly classify it is you traveling whatever inside world, city. Ooh, city, huh? I wonder what game is coming out in Game Freak's list. It's going to be trapping you in an actual city.
Oh,
but yeah,
that.
this is the latest game that they'll be hitting the open market soon.
I'm not. I'm not. Oh, this is this is the combat for it. Really?
This is one of the mini games.
Oh, the mini games. Okay.
Yes.
Just a mini game inside the game.
I have not seen how they capture these creatures, because there's capturing has to be in this game somewhere along the line, because these creatures just don't show up. So I'm gathering it's going to be following maybe some card capture kind of
book capturing.
Yes.
Maybe? I don't know.
And what is this again?
This is
Honkai next.
Yes,
Right.
anime. Yes.
I don't know. I don't feel this one. Like when I saw Power World, I was like, yes. This one, I'm like,
No. Well, that again, the only reason why I brought this one up is because of the factor that this game is utilizing a couple of mechanics that Power World is being fucking sued over.
Yeah.
Which is mounting at this particular point, mounting a character, like a character in flight, and a few other different things. So I don't know. As well as this game, just like in the current version of Pokemon that will be coming out, with some questionable ideas. You're locked yourself in a giant, massive city, and it looks like these people are locked into a giant, massive city.
It feels, I don't know. Here's the thing. The Power World lawsuit is interesting because Nintendo was losing so bad they had to change their patent, and they're still losing.
No shit. And they've been changing their patent on the fly.
And the judge is kind of getting, from what I understand, the judge is getting kind of tired of this. Is just like, you have no case. You can't copyright what you're trying to copyright. They haven't even dishonored you.
Yeah.
They haven't even dishonored you. Why are we here?
I do
Because
find it odd. I am looking around for it. I do find it odd. They don't mention what kind of capture mechanics.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I've looked myself to find out because this has been in the little Gamescom or whatever that just kind of debuted not that fucking long ago. And I'm looking around kind of going, okay, how do these motherfuckers capture things? Because you can't just, willy-nilly just pick them up and put them in your pocket. You got to do something. So I'm like, what hell? So I'm waiting to find out. There's going to be definitely more details coming along. This has just been showcased on GameSpot out of all places because that is what they're supposed to be doing, I guess. But when it comes back down to the proof is in the pudding, Nintendo hasn't really jumped a giant conniption trying to ban this fucking game at the moment. I wait to see the pending lawsuits and whatnot for this particular company, which I believe could be a Korean or Chinese-based company, to try to get them to stop doing what they're doing. Cease and desist.
No, if it's China, they're gonna be like, no.
Yeah,
But
so,
if it's North Korea, they're gonna be like, no. So I wish Nintendo the best on that. They're gonna be very disappointed because in certain games there are capture mechanics now, and there have been for a while. That such as I don't know. Let's take into effect. There's a massive multi role playing game that has capture mechanic for hunters for a while now called World of Warcraft.
No, yeah, but it actually predates even further to another certain.
Oh, even further than that, and
yeah,
Nintendo
well,
never
a
did,
hot little
so.
game that happened to be on the Nintendo roster for a short period of time. Something to do with dragon and questing. That kind of.
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, there you go. That's something. Yeah, yeah. There.
A6. I don't know, something like that.
Something somewhere in that vein. Yeah.
But like I said, this is bullshit. It will always be bullshit. It just is what it is.
Yeah, I know, but we have to wait for the Nintendo bros to come to the realization that they ain't shit in this world, and Nintendo didn't do it first.
Nope.
No matter how much they want to say they did, but yeah, no.
Oh no!
What? Oh, he sent me privates again. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, we talking about Boogie, Woogie. Oh shit, he's wearing the Covenant prize. The Covenant prize. Jesus Christ. Let me see if I can get this to share properly. Will the screen, go jet black the moment I do it? Nope, we got to see it. All right, there you go. The Covenant prize from Boogie. Look what he's wearing.
I mean, he's already killed himself enough. I don't know if that could do any more to him.
I mean, he's already lied about cancer. Maybe he might get cancer this time.
True. There's hope. There's always hope. I mean,
I know, right? Jeez, maybe Pepsi may sue him for the the infringement of wearing their shirt or something. Who knows? But yes, I wish Boogie the best of luck going forward. We do know what happened to Munitard and his ilk. Even the Covenant Diorio has had some issues. A lot of his back catalog of secrets are slowly being eked out.
I mean, they really weren't secrets. They're just
Well,
now.
he has a separate Discord that's been being governed, mandated by a Troon.
That old True and Shine always gets you every time.
Yeah, and that Troon may or may not have a couple questionable interest and people who are slightly underage. Just not throwing a lot of shit there.
Color me not surprised. I guess.
Try not to throw a lot of shit down there, but it's not looking good. So, it just You threw Bo Blacks out of a corner, and he trooned up on you. You had a troon in the actual clutches. Are you trying to be like a Pokemon master, in this case, like a Trunamon master? You trying to catch all the troons? Got to catch them all. Ugh. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. Yay.
Well, and that what I find funny. These people are trying to hide shit, and we eventually find out. We point and laugh.
Well, I mean, let's face it. The commentary community civil war has been going on strong and steady for the last couple of weeks, and everyone from all sides is throwing shit at each other. I mean, you got more shit come out about Destiny. You have the stuff with Pete and Klein coming out now. It's like,
yes, the Jew father, Lex Luthor.
yeah, apparently Destiny is hold on to nudes from a 17-year-old back from 2022 that
Now
shared
it could be a
the
14-year-old. I don't know. I mean, it's up there. It's getting up there.
yeah, you have that one. You have Even Klein that had some sort of fucking troll account called Pedo Troll, whatever the fuck,
Oh, I
on
love it.
Reddit. It's like,
And people wonder why Jim decided to disappear off the face of the earth.
well, I mean, Jim disappeared because of 769 and what the fuck, what's Torch Watch bullshit because
Yeah,
of
but
legal stuff.
the weirder thing is, okay, so he's being targeted by people that he made fun of back in yesteryears, the Troon cult group that he briefly talked about it, and I know it had to be either a conversation or an actual when he did his kind of X-Files moment, and I've got to do a little deep digging, but I know he's covered it before, and it's just a Troon cult. Crazy motherfuckers.
It's always
yeah.
cult.
Yes, it's a weird fucking cult that lives in the United States and has mostly Troons. So it's like Jesus fucking Christ.
Bring back mental facility, psychiatric wards, mental houses, and bring back lobotomies.
That would be
We'll fix
great.
this
I
issue.
mean, that would be nice.
I know. I find it funny because it's like we had the church shooting that happened the other day,
Uh-huh.
and it was a Troon individual.
Yeah, which
And I love it. And I love it because Noah is like, this is why the United States needs gun control because guns kill people. It's like, no, letting mentally ill retards who don't know what fucking gender they are when it's very fucking obvious what they are have the ability to grab a gun. That's the fucking issue.
Yeah, no, that is the unfortunate case with you guys down south. You've got gun laws that anybody can pretty much dig deep and pull out a gun because that's their Second Amendment, right?
This is Minnesota.
I know, but they have gun rights there.
Was it Minnesota? No, it was Wisconsin, wasn't it?
The Troon in question is from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, and
he, not she, like his mother likes to say. We're not gonna. He didn't respect the children he shot. I'm not gonna respect his fucking retardation.
Look, if they're gonna respect me, I'll respect them. If they're being disrespectful, I don't fucking care. At the end of the day, the Troon in question, because I'm going to call it what it is, a crazy motherfucker, in question had decided that they didn't like Christians. Right, whatever. I don't like Christians.
I thought he had no motive whatsoever.
The motive was he hated Christians. That's why
the thing the internet found out in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know that. I did. And everybody else is like, "Oh, we don't know what the motives is." He hated Christians.
Yeah, because they were okay with themselves, and he hated himself. Which, all right, fine.
Though I do like how
Doesn't
you
mean
have
don't
some
kill
of
people.
the outspoken Christian, right wingers who try to use the book that this thing decided to create as this was the smoking gun kind of concept. No, the motherfucker had problems from beginning to end, and the parents signed off on it, saying that yeah,
Yep.
you can keep your problems. We're not going to help you. Sorry, but that's not good parenting, regardless of the fact.
Oh no.
Yeah,
The
no,
kid said,
no, no,
"Hey,"
no. I
at a teenage level, say, "Hey, you know what, mom, dad, I'm trans." Oh, you are? Okay. No, no, no. No, they wrote off and said, "Yeah, no, this person now identifies as weird.
As retarded. Mm.
Please respect whatever weirdness it's coming out of their mouth."
Yeah.
yeah.
Instead of getting him mental health like he might have needed, and the mom not, being a complete piece of shit,
Yeah.
decided, you know what, I'm going to be a complete piece of shit. And, here go, take my son's mental retardation and, spout it all for to see like it's a great thing. And I'm a great person for helping his retardation getting worse.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's
So,
basically what happened.
promoting his retardation as a good thing.
Uh-huh. And yet they're like, "Oh, I don't know what happened. Made them go that fucking nutter."
I look at that mom and I know exactly, mom and dad. Well, I don't. The dad isn't talking out, but the mom apparently is, and like, oh, respect my son. No, sorry,
His son? No. It didn't have his. They don't have his son. They had this questionable thing that's classifying as daughter. They
yeah,
signed
son.
away the ability of saying I have son to I have something that may be daughter.
You know what? No, it's their son. Sorry.
Well, I know you say that, but legally on paper they say yeah, no longer his son.
Tim
They did
Waltz
it.
was friends with him. Apparently, he's friends with school shooters.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Honestly, I'm not fucking surprised at this point.
He knows school shooters. Come on, he was friends with this guy, obviously, just like he was with the guy he hired to kill his political people who didn't agree with him.
Yeah.
He hired them to be their bodyguard. And he kind of was slightly successful, I guess, because no one else hurt them.
That is true. That is fucking true. But yeah, at the end of the day, this wasn't something that was shocking to me. Like another day that ends with Y, especially for
Well,
the
the thing
States.
is, apparently it's coming out now. The FBI had notified Tim Waltz. Tim Waltz ignored it. It was like, yeah, he was on the FBI's like, hey, he was on our radar. We notified the police and we notified Tim Waltz, and apparently Tim Waltz said, it's not a problem. So it's another day that ends in Y. So
Yeah.
it's the Democrats literally doing what the Democrats do. I mean, I'm not saying the Republicans are great either, but
No, they've had their own questionable.
they've had their own questionable
that
shit
they've also
too.
turned fucking blind eye on.
Yeah.
So I like it. Yeah, it's just another day that ends with Y with you.
Two towers. It's just another day ends in Y, and it's like, well, you can't blame this. They're like, prayer is what caused. No, it's not.
It isn't. It wasn't the amount of prayer that this kid needed. What wasn't the amount of hatred that this kid had against others and themselves. It was the fact that people failed this motherfucker from beginning.
Well,
From the
what was
very
it?
beginning.
What was it? They're saying, you shouldn't pray because pray doesn't help these kids. It didn't help these kids. They were in church literally praying. And I'm like, you're telling 50% of your base to go fuck off. And I don't mean the people of the United States. I mean 50% of the Democrat Party goes to church still.
Yeah, I know. But
you're telling them they're fucking useless. And it's like, yeah, that's not probably not going to play out well.
From an atheistic kind of point of view, which is where I'm at. Yeah, church, them praying to try to, it didn't help them. Did not help them whatsoever. I will have to agree that bad optics on one end, but pray did not help. Praying did not fucking help the situation.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Prayer is not to help other people. Prayer is to help yourself. It is it is a form, if anything, at the very, very least, it is a form of meditation and self-reflection.
Oh yeah, no, I concur. I'll give you that.
So it does help. It may not help those people. It may, actually knowing that you're in other people's prayer does tend to help people. And we have noticed that in some cases, prayer, when you're praying next to somebody, it lets them know that you love, even when they're unconscious or in a
No,
coma.
it actually does the reverse for a person like myself.
Well, probably for you, but for people of religious standing, it does
Religious
help.
standing, yes. But again, problem is the religious standing on different levels. You have to be very careful of who you're praying to, what you're praying about, and
Well,
if you're, I mean, for example, if you're Muslim and you're praying to a Christian for whatever, it may not reflect very well. That person's going to have a very
like Elon Omar, we should
yeah,
pray for this.
yeah. Same
Oof,
thing if a
I pray.
Christian is praying for the well-being of a Muslim, has the same effect, has the same fucking
I pray to Zeus. It just works out.
effect.
Or myself, one of the two, because I am an asshole god. So
Yes. I would probably go with that direct, but again, like I said, it doesn't really assist a lot. There's a lot of placebo effect.
But
Yeah,
like I said, it's one of those things where it's not gonna help you guys. You really opening your mouth and trying to cast the blame onto something else is when it's kind of looking like your guys' fault. Not
at the
a
end of the
good way
day,
to go.
I'm gonna kind of put the blame on the parentage the moment that they signed that piece of paper and said this is not my problem.
Yeah, we're not gonna do what actually should be done to fix our kids. Mental retardation.
And that's where it comes back down to. Technically, it's not the responsibility of the government because it shouldn't be the responsibility of the government. If I remember correctly, it was a big fucking speech back in our yesteryears, kind of going get government out of the family.
Yeah.
And what are we doing? Trying to put government back into the
family. You got some individuals trying to put government back in the family, and I'm like, no.
It's not what we wanted, and that's basically what we asked many moons to try to, remove from. But it seems like people want to interject it for some reason. So regardless whether it's the FBI, the police, the schools, or the president of the United States or whatever, any form of government entity should not be a huge factor for the family unit. The family unit should be taking care of the family. And if they need assistance, then they can seek out. But they should automatically have government, just right at their doorstep and say, "Hey, I signed this piece of paper, and you deal with it."
Exactly. But these people are. It's not my. There's a whole lot of finger pointing and no accountability.
No,
by the people who need to take it.
Uh-huh.
It's the way it always is. It's another day that ends in Y. I get it.
Oh no, fuck yeah, no.
I mean, David Hogg, but I did agree with David Hogg on something. He's like, Trump should do something. It's like, yeah, open up the asylums again. We need them.
Well, I mean, he does have the ability to sign an executive order to bring that motherfucker in, but I don't see him really worrying about that.
Nah, he likes the crazies. They make him look good.
Right. That's the problem. Whether on the Democrat side or the Republican side, he loves them. He needs them.
No, he does. That is the honest truth. I am not even denying with you. He doesn't like them, but they do help him. So
no, that is a fair point. Speaking of crazy, since we're going from one set of crazies to another set of fucking crazies, apparently most of you probably haven't been paying attention to Russell or MMA or anything on that basis, but a nice little component that was seen on Kick recently. Something called Knots Pro decided to encourage Raj Jackson, which is the son of Rampage Jackson, to participate in their wrestle somehow, some way, some for some reason. There's a lot more details that are going out there. We're getting some fine tune, but one person who works for this particular company, which is part of, at the time firm, was part of the WWE ID corporation, getting the independents to try to, train certain people to slowly cross over into the big leagues, the pro levels. This is Rikishi's camp, who wasn't there at the time, but had his uncle, great uncle, or a member of his family, like outdated member of his family, taking care of this project while he's doing whatever it is that he's probably doing. And this scenario happened. So, we'll get to this lovely event portion that everybody's talking about, which is right about here. This is lovely Raj coming in. These two are wrestling. It's supposed to be a tag match. This guy here, Dunn, did something to Raj previously, even though it didn't hurt him. But you'll see what's going to happen next.
Well, here's the thing. This was scripted at first, but then it went off the rails very quickly.
No, it was not scripted.
No, from what I've heard, it was scripted. I looked into this, and they're saying
no. I've done more digging. This was never officially scripted. This was
really? So it was never really.
Was not okayed. This guy who's about to get royally ass handed did not agree to this shit.
Oh, so okay, because I've heard like a lot of people in news said this was a job, and the guy or work, and it wasn't supposed to happen. This was supposed to happen, so what? But not to this level.
No.
Now the guy is. Here's the thing: Rampage has said you're an idiot to his son.
Yes,
live. It's not my Raja, where the fuck his name is, said it's not my fault. The cameraman should have turned it off.
yes.
It's like you still assaulted somebody, dumbass, and even they were recording. So. It's like whoever the cameraman was, fuck off. It's like, dude,
right? Live the cameraman for all this shit. Yeah, no. So realistically, the way how this all kind of panned out was, there is this guy that's there, part of Knox, who has his cowboy hat thingy. I have no idea what. Again, not really paying attention to all the players. This is supposed to be Psycho Stu that got picked up and slammed. He was knocked out on the moment his head hit the fucking mat. He was out in some form of La La Land while he was being pummeled over 20 to 25 times in the fucking face.
I think the official number is 22.
But again, none of it probably connected. Because you can see
it looked like a lot. Well, that was what connected, I think.
Yeah, the one that did connect was pretty good. But anywho, he ended up losing a good portion of his teeth, and a lot of bruising and broken
jaw
around his face, and a lot of pooling of blood in the back of his throat, to a point where he was almost drowning in it. Yeah. But and it gets better. The somebody else comes out to then pin the motherfucker, and the referee counted the 3, and then the entire thing was done.
No, so they tried to make it look like it was a work.
Yes, right. You see, this is where I'm getting to, right? So that's why I think.
From what I understand about Rampage Johnson said, "Oh, it's not my son's fault. He had a whole bunch of slurs and stuff on social media thrown at him and racist comments, and that's why he did it to this person who had nothing to do with those
right
things."
where
so it's like this is not Rampage is not making you look good.
No
you should just basically say I'm sorry for what my son did,
and
he's fucked. My son is fucked, so
Rampage is also okay. So this was on a social media thing known as Kick. It is seen throughout the actual conversation that Rampage is egging on his son, as well as the chat is egging on this motherfucker to get his comeuppance on the guy that hit him in the head with a semi-empty beer can.
Yeah.
All right. The guy that got his pretty much cleaned, believed that Raja was in on the gimmick.
The work. Yeah.
He found out later that wasn't the case.
So basically,
he apologized. Raja accepted the apology. They parted ways, but somebody decided to go, you know what? We're gonna make this a segment, and you're
somebody's
gonna
getting
back,
sued.
and you're gonna get your receipt. Unbeknownst to the guy, Psycho Stu, he did not know that Raj was going to come in to pick him up, to slam him on his fucking head, and to pulverize him to a point of nearly death. to a point where even the referee did not know what the fuck to do, to a point where a 17-year-old who was there in the wrestle match, 17, was trying to pull off Raja and couldn't do it. Another professional wrestler there who got his clock clean slightly, kind of, yeah, no, henceforth he headbutted the black motherfucker. And here we are with this black motherfucker retard who is free at the moment.
Some reason. I don't know why he's not in jail. I honestly
I don't know either, but I'm thinking because of the factor he black, he's related to Rampage Jackson and money.
Yeah. So I already know the UFC has said we're not touching him.
Mm-hmm.
So his career in combat sports is pretty much over in the U.S.
So you see this lovely person with weird face paint?
Yeah.
That's a 17-year-old.
Yeah, I can see that.
That kid is trying to get that black motherfucker off this poor dude that is out and dying.
Here's the thing. If no one had come in there to save him, this would probably be a murder case.
Yes. Yes. That is where that is the crazy shit right there. And whether you want to say that Raja should go to some form of anger management and shit like that, fine. I agree. But he still needs some quality time behind bars. At least for a year. At least.
I mean, honestly, there were talks that, attempted murder is on the table.
Yeah, it should be on the fucking
table. So 5 to 3, that's a 3-year minimum.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine if he gets like 6 months in an actual in and out type weekend day jail where he has to sit and think about what he did, community service, and has to be on fucking lockdown. I.e., has some fucking plastic thing around his fucking ankle. Good with that.
Well, here's the thing. The guy he beat up was a Marine.
Yeah. Guy who also had PTSD. Who does is on a semi-regular just to help him with it, as well as to be able to communicate with the people that are there.
All I'm gonna say, if Rampage, if his son goes missing for any reason, I'm not gonna wonder why.
Oh no, definitely. I'm surprised, but no. So I mean, right now the guy is in somewhat stable-ish condition. He's still banged up.
Well, he can't. I know his jaw's wired.
Exactly that event or how he got to that event. So it's questionable how much brain damage he has.
Yeah, that's another question.
But he does have brain damage to add on to his war trauma.
His PTSD, probably traumatic brain injury, because Marines.
No, definitely crayons can only go so far. But honestly, Jesus fucking Christ, there is a lot of blame to go around from the actual wrestling company itself for it to allow this to happen, to make sure that no one was clued in.
It was poorly managed.
Yes.
There's going to be some issues coming from this. There's going to be some lawsuits. Definitely.
Oh, I hope so.
There's going to be some lawsuits and settlements very quickly. Rampage is going to be paying a lot.
I'm going to chip in real quick.
Yep.
I might get going.
Okay. Take it easy.
All right. You guys have a good rest of your conversation.
We will. We will.
Too.
Peace.
Let's have some more later.
Ready? Yeah, Sparky's
now that he's gone.
Yeah, no, Sparky. Yeah, no, Sparky has issues with me calling a black motherfucker because he is a black motherfucker.
I don't know. It's almost like that. You know that training ankle bracelet I sent you.
I know.
That'd be a good segue here.
It would. But like I said, I like dark humor, but my other selection was better dark humor.
That is dark humor.
It is
the darkest of dark meat humor.
Yeah, it's kind of like standard, because that's basically where I've already showcased exactly where. But no, honestly, at the end of the day, I personally agree with some people that he does need some anger management. He does.
Yeah, he needs some anger-headed management behind
he
bars.
needs some assistance because obviously his daddy ain't doing the job.
Oh goddamn no!
But the motherfucker also needs to spend some quality time behind bars. Whether it's a minimal amount of time, just how I explained it, he goes in for a weekend, comes out, that kind of shit.
Listen, like I said, if they're not going to put him in jail, if he goes to jail, he'll at least get probably left alone. But if he doesn't, he might go missing.
I wouldn't shed a fucking tear if he does.
No, I wouldn't either.
Because
I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'm just saying you fucked with a Marine. And it's not a race thing. There'd be black Marines, Asian Marines. Yeah. There'd be Hispanic Marines in that group. Natives, when you go missing, it's a band of brothers type shit, man. I mean, sorry. It's not a racist thing. It's you fucked with us.
Pretty
one
much.
of us, you fucked with all of us.
So. I wish him the best of fucking luck going forward.
So he better hope he gets prison time because they'll at least accept that.
Mm-hmm.
But if nothing happens, they won't accept that.
No, I mean, I personally wouldn't accept that. I mean, if he just gets he gets handed the bill of goods and goes, hey, move on, you merry little way, nothing happened here, boom, 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 done. No, I'd be pissed. I'm already pissed as it is.
Yeah, that nothing's happened yet.
Much more fucking pissed than what is, because that just gives every fucking black person out there, especially in the continental United States, the right to pretty much almost murder anybody in any fucking scenario.
Oh no, that's honestly, he should have been arrested and hauled out. What if this had happened back in the 90s, 80s, 90s, or even 70s?
Yeah, if
that motherfucker would have been taken back into the back of the ring, beaten by the cops, then beaten by the wrestlers, and then beaten by the wrestler that he pumped, and then beaten by the cops again as they take him out to the car.
Oh fuck! If this was given to Haku, that guy would be dead.
Oh, if Rikishi had been there, that motherfucker would probably be dead.
That's where I mean that's the weird thing is because these are the same motherfuckers who are related to these things to the people in question, Rikishi, Alpha, the Wild Samoan, and so on and so forth. But this is supposed to be like one of the actual elder statements who was in control of this shit and allowed it to happen for some reason. Don't know fucking why. And yeah, it not only put a tarnish on Rikishi's end of things because he's attached to this. It WWE ID the little thing that they're doing to try to integrate a lot of these independent wrestling programs into their system. They had to remove that particular thing and say, yeah, remove us off your website. We're no longer associating with you.
He cost them money.
Yeah,
lots of money. I mean, there's going to be
a lot of different things that are happening.
Money, reputation. I mean, Rampage Johnson's son doesn't have any money, and he's never going to now.
Yeah,
he's going to spend the rest of his life trying to pay back this debt because he can't get a job at UFC now.
Yeah, any possibility he's going to have to. He's going to have to hope that Bellator is going to, and again, that is a flailing fucking company. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it disappears. We don't know what the fuck it is half the time. He's going to be in massive hope that there's some form of Bellator type base that's willing to bring him on just for the shits and giggles and the gimmick, and hope that he could. Renew his reputation.
Nevada has already kicked him out of any competition. Nevada State Commission, and if Nevada State Commission's kicked you out, that means nobody else is going to touch you.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean,
so the only place he can go is Russia.
Oh fuck yeah! And he wouldn't survive.
Oh no!
His sparring partner was I want to say a 17-year-old who did a roundhouse kick to his fucking head, and almost knocked him out. Almost. Oh, look at that. We've got a 23 dono. Good evening. Good evening. Sparky's missed it. So there you go. $23 there for somebody on the YouTubes. So
everyone, evening, gentlemen. Thank you, Devin Stir. Devin Stair. Devastare.
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 Devastare. That kind of shit. I like the fact that I'm going to give that to you.
That sounds like something you put on your car to clean it.
No,
no offense.
You're almost like the Andy Worskin. I feel like I'm the very more slimmer version of PPP. I just don't come with the retard bell.
I do. I don't do drugs. I do legal drugs, but but I was prescribed them.
Yes.
So it works out.
No, but that is my greatest grievance when it comes to the Raja Jackson drama. It's the fact that this motherfucker is still walking around like nothing's ever happened to him,
or something's going to happen to him. The thing is, they better put him in jail soon.
Yeah,
like I said, they bet not be. I'm not saying because I want something to happen to him. I'm saying because I don't want something to happen to him. Because, like I said, the longer this man walks around free, the longer the Marines are going to be like, they're not going to do anything. Okay, I guess it's our job.
Fuck yeah! Because
you're not going to do. It's not not a racist thing. It's
you get some fucking racist phone
out.
calls and that doesn't mean that you're free and clear. No. That's a starter. That's just a basic chaser. That's a standard for everybody, white, black, or whatever. It doesn't matter. But you being free the way you are, you're gonna get the slide eye. You're definitely gonna get the slide eye.
Oh God, it's coming. You better, like I said, he better hope they do something to him.
Yeah, because if it isn't from a professional wrestler, from your kind of going, you just fucked over my family, especially Samoan.
If it's God, I even think about. I forgot Rikishi is Samoan, isn't he?
Yeah, especially the Samoan line.
They're not going to find. They're not. He'd be better off if it was the Marines. Honestly, the Samoans still fuck around.
Look, we already have Samoans who've done time who now work for the WWE. I'm just stating something. So
it was not Rikishi. It was
and Knox Pro is a Samoan-based company because this is Rikishi and one of the Alpha
Hatu. And Hatu is a crazy motherfucker. He ripped a guy's eye out. Yeah. You better hope the Marines find you.
So, like I said, I'm pissed. I wish everybody the best of luck. There's a lot of retardation to go around. I have not put the blame on everybody squarely. I'm just going to say it was a bad call to let this motherfucker to continue what he was doing. The ref needs to be fucking called up because that portly motherfucker should have done something. Don't stand there as a 17-year-old trying to pull off a fucking black man who's trying to kill one of your
Here's the thing. You know what happens when somebody interferes in a match from the outside? It's a disqualification.
Should be automatic.
And then you get then you're like, okay, get this motherfucker out of here. That's what you do. That's what the fucking...
it feels like it was a rig from inside because there's a personal grievance from some motherfucker with a cowboy hat who doesn't like the Marine guy, but who happened to be best friend with Raja, and that's how all this kind of shit fit happened. I wouldn't put it past it that the motherfucker decided to go, you know what? I'm going to clear it. You're going to do this. You're going to get your receipt and not clarify exactly how he's supposed to get his receipt.
Yeah, you do something of equal, like the whole slamming. That should have been it.
That should have been fine. He was out.
He was out. That should have been it. Then when you powered onto the motherfucker like that, that's when you went too far for the work.
Yeah, you just pushed it. But
you didn't. Here's the thing. What was it? Remember when Stone Cold Triple H match guy came running in the ring? Yeah. Stone Cold was getting jumped, and Triple H just beat the living crap out of the guy.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh,
and then security fucking got a hold of him and beat the crap out of him, and then they continued the match.
Yeah.
While this guy's getting, people were more interested in his like Stone Cold was like really pissed off the guy hitting him, but he was more pissed off like, well, that took all the attention away from our match except on TV, and even then people were like, what the hell happened?
I know. So I'm having some fun on a separate little rabbit hole because I'm going to get away from this because I could go on forever telling how because I'm eventually going to go, nigga, just take your fucking L and get your ass into
My
jail. Just put it.
mom.
But
Oh God, I have a story. This is an old fucking story. This is from the 90s,
okay.
or the actually 80s. My mom, after my parents divorced, dated this guy who, like, oh, I hit Ric Flair, and you got your ass kicked, didn't you? This guy was an asshole. He'd like to make you think he was tough. Mom eventually dropped his ass like quicker as hell, but he's like, oh yeah, I hit Ric Flair, and you got your ass beat in the back afterwards, didn't you? Yeah. He's like, I've been banned from WCW.
No fucking
piece of shit. No shit. Really?
I'm not fucking surprised on that one.
Yeah. And then you got your ass kicked so bad you regretted it, except you know, since you got your ass kicked already, it's not like they can come after you again, which
no,
Rick, that guy's still talking shit about you. You should go beat his ass, even though you're in the hospital.
But okay, segueing to more brain trauma, but I inflicted it upon myself. I was curious about this new hot thing that's happening within the tween, especially the tween girls. You know, this version that's supposed to be a spin-off or a take of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, an anime, something called K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
So I took a boo at this thing, and I did something kind of just gave me there's something wrong here kind of vibes.
Pedo-y vibes, baby.
It's not the factor that the anime is the animations in the same kind of style as you would find in the Spider-Verse, the Black Miles Morales, Peter Darker version of Spider-Man. The songs are very generic, yet somehow have been very marketable. This is produced by Sony Entertainment. Think of this one. Sony Entertainment. Now, most people don't realize that Sony's been marketing themselves into a different area of their entertainment field. Adding in a certain feature that they want to have adopted in their level of entertainment. An initiative that came out a long time ago, a while back. I want to say 2024, 2023, somewhere on that line. It was the earlier statements that they made on a certain thing that artists currently, to this fucking day, says it's stealing their works. That is AI.
Yeah.
So Sony is very, very focused on AI.
Yeah.
And the activities working within the movie making process. This thing here screams AI influenced. So this K-pop Demon Hunter, unless they can prove me outright wrong, this feels like this has been assisted with AI.
I can see that.
So and again, this is something I pointed out many moons ago, that AI and human beings are going to be working together to make projects. I could see that somebody kind of goes, hey, what's a hot show that tweens would love and would be reflective for today's generation? And I wouldn't put it past it that Buffy the Vampire showed up. And
Buffy wasn't bad. It wasn't like horrible back in the day. I mean, it took a couple seasons before it started getting interesting. In the last couple seasons, it was kind of
I get that. For me personally, I wasn't a huge Buffy fan whatsoever. But
I was more of an Angel and Spike fan. That was kind of fun to watch.
But again, like I said, it is what it was back in the day. Even though I was older during the time frame of this happening, I wasn't running home to turn the dial on to Buffy or the Angel show that came up, the spinoff. It wasn't my go-to. If it was on, I'd watch it. If it wasn't on, all right, just like Friends, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it. I mean, it was something to watch when there was nothing on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
It was a Wednesday show, wasn't it? I think.
Yes, it was a Wednesday for some places. but again, it was syndicated Wednesday, but it had like the repeats everywhere else on certain days. But
And it was something because Wednesday, middle of the week, wrestling wasn't on. There wasn't anything, any other shows. Nothing came on until Friday or
well,
Saturday.
the funnier thing is for me up here in Canada, wrestling was on. I had no word of a lie.
We had Monday
Saturdays a
Night
week of
Raw and
wrestling.
Tuesday or Thursday Night SmackDown. I mean,
No. Okay, so I had Monday Night Raw. I had Nitro, which was supposed to be on Monday, but up here aired on Tuesday.
so you got the day behind. So you got
Then
to watch.
yeah. Then I mean, I could choose whether I wanted to watch Nitro, but then I would lose Raw at the time frame. Then after that, Wednesday, ECW.
Oh, that's right. You guys had ECW up there. You could watch.
Right. Then we had
We
then Thursday. Okay, Thursday, I had another WCW moment. It was Thunder, and then we had SmackDown that kind of followed in suit in that because for us it came on Friday. And then we had the weekend of Heat and whatever else that they wanted to throw, which was the mini shows at the end. So I had like literally 7 days a week of wrestling. Don't know. I mean, you could be jealous.
The thing is, ECW wasn't that great back in the 90s. It didn't until the late 90s. It didn't really become good. So
it was something. Look, I wasn't into a lot of the drama shit that was out there. I wasn't into the tween shit because one, I wasn't a tween. And I wasn't a middle-aged, I wasn't a middle-aged woman at the time, so not saying I am now, but I still.
I come from the time of Dallas, where I would come home and Dallas would be on the TV just as I came in from school.
Oh, dude, I understand. I live in a household that the main matriarch is soaps, daytime and nighttime soaps for the longest time.
Oh yeah,
longest time.
Dallas and Dynasty and all that other shit.
Fuck. YNR, General Hospital, The Days of Our Years,
Days of Our Lives. Yeah, fucking.
I mean,
The Young and the Restless, and
yeah, the only one I actually kind of enjoyed, but I got bored of it. But with the vampire one, what was the vampire one that they had? Oh fuck!
Was that Dark Tide? Was that
Dark Shadows? Dark Shadows. You said
yes.
Dark. Yes, Dark Shadows.
Yes, it was Dark Shadow. I was like Dark Tides, Dark Shadow. Yeah.
I liked the later kind of mini TV series that they had. That was for like the later one. It was kind of updated. But yeah, she fell in love with Dark Shadow. She grew up with.
I liked the Johnny Depp movie. I mean. But I did what Dark Shadows was okay for a minute, and then it became really.
No, and that's basically that's why I said I didn't mind the little miniseries that they had. Dark Shadows was good. Yeah, I know, Devastator. But no, I like the little miniseries that they had previously because I think that was just around the 90s, like late 90s. They did like a miniseries, like a mini movie, to try to reboot Dark Shadows for that generation again. And yeah, it didn't work out. Let's put it
well, what it felt like they were trying to push something.
Yeah,
and I feel like I feel like they had something and they just did it wrong.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't put it past.
I mean, Johnny was awesome in that movie. You had Sharon Stone, who was pretty good in that too, and then you had the kids, which were kind of like, and you had a few characters here and there that I honestly think they killed off too soon if they were going to do a sequel, but yeah. I don't think they thought they were going to get one, so they just did it all in one go. But it felt like it could have been so much better, and it just wasn't.
No. That's what where it kind of went to. So it's like, but yeah, no, the updated version of Dark Shadows, I felt more comedy than the actual.
That's true. I think that was another thing they tried to bring in comedy to. They didn't need comedy. It was a dark mystery.
Yeah,
Is what you're
it
supposed
was
to be in.
supposed to be that. It was supposed to have that.
Not horror-ish, but you know.
No, and that basically. Oh wait, it was the '71 movie trailer that was because they did make like a TV based movie from it, and then they had the series that was interesting, and then because the series, I want to say it was part of the '60s.
60s, 70s. I
Yeah,
can't
because
remember
'71 I think is when the actual TV movie came out, and then it just kind of disappeared.
I was so young; it's hard to remember that stuff back then. I was so
No,
young.
I know. That's where the crazy shit kind of comes in. But
But I remember watching it a lot as the reruns because a lot of
yeah, this is what I remember being the thing. They had this as a TV movie. I watched this. Yes, this came out in '71. I watched it later because they kind of brought it back out of syndication because this is part of the Warner Brothers collection. So it's like, okay, they I know because they were trying to take the old TV series to try to make it into an actual updated version that didn't work out. It was a miniseries on its own, but it was like a miniseries movie.
It was. I gotta watch this again now. God damn it! I don't want to because it's from the '70s and it was B tier acting.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It was B C tier acting, and it was what it was.
It was a product of its time. It made a lot of sense back in its time frame, but no, like I said,
I know it was pretty risky. I know they considered it pretty risky for its time back then.
Oh yeah.
Especially TV with all the new rules and stuff.
Uh-huh.
That had just come around, and not too long after that, really.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Not too long before that, actually.
No, definitely no. But for me, going back to the original conversation that I had before we segued into Dark Shadow.
Oh God damn it! Yeah.
The K-pop Demon Hunter, which is kind of a mixture of different genres and that. But like I said before, it does have all the markings in the quirks of something that was AI generated to a point and then doctored up.
No, that's what somebody's been. It wasn't you. Somebody else was telling me this too, or I read it somewhere. I can't remember.
No,
someone else was telling me about this, and I kind of agree.
Because I have looked at again, I killed my brain cells, watched one episode, said, yeah, no, I'm good. I've got enough data from this to kind of conclude there's something off with it. And then I looked up some lyrics in that, and I kind of went, okay, let's talk to Chat GPT. Let's see what it will say. And it actually can kind of conclude it in 5 different ways because I've used 5 different versions of OpenAI, which is another conversation we're going to get into a few in a bit. But it did say that it does have the markings. There is some repeatable areas that does feel like it is from
an AI,
AI, but does have some awkwardness that has been filled in, so it does have a feel of human. So I would put it past it that this is the very first major hit of a combination of AI meets human intervention. A small team with the help of AI was able to put together this presentation that is considered a hit with the tweets.
Just enough to not to be copyrightable. Is what you're saying. So
pretty much.
And that's fine. I'm fine with that. It's got what 25%. It's got to be like 25%,
roughly.
At least, roughly.
That is pretty much the unofficial standard. At least 25%.
Because you need at least 25% to have a copyright. That's why Dungeons and Dragons lost their copyright on their last book they put out.
Correct.
And that's why they had immediately a year after putting out a new come out with a brand new one because it's like, yeah, your entire book is not copyrightable. What do you mean? Your art, usually what their books would be copyrighted would be the arc or even the phrases, but because so much of the artwork was AI, the judge said you can't copyright this book. Well, what about our rules? It's like you can't copyright the rules either. That's already a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
Your artwork is what made your book copyrightable. Now that's gone.
Oh yeah. just shows how fucked they are.
Sure. Yeah, and then they were like, okay, we got to do a whole nother fucking thing now because we did everything in AI with this shit.
No, and that's
Yeah.
where it is. See, I kind of have always, I've never really shied away from AI in any form and fashion
No.
because I look at it as a very interesting tool. And as long as you use it as said tool, you're fine.
I see AI as a companion to help you along your way.
That's basically
Not as a tool, but as a companion, and that's what we should treat it like, so it doesn't
no, and
overflow
that's
us someday.
but
But
most people are trying to treat it like it's the one and done. Everything is spectacular kind of thing. No, AI still needs help along the way. It's not going to be 100%.
it's never going to be 100%.
No.
It can't think outside of AI has a difficulty thinking outside of its parameters and building anything actually new. It can take existing ideas, existing things, and incorporate them, but it
Yeah,
cannot make new.
no, and the other thing I find funny when it comes down to AI in general, you can manipulate it.
Oh yeah, you can, which makes sense. I mean, it is coding.
Oh, fuck yeah. And it doesn't take much to manipulate it for you to have it agree to a lot of your decision makings, unfortunately. So if you use it for what it is, the tool that it was meant to be, which is a companion piece, just like a calculator,
Yeah.
you still have to be able to interject some new ideas, because when I use AI as the tool that it is, as a conversational piece for, I've got this idea, how would this work, I don't like your direction, let's go with this, and now what we're doing is we're butting heads, and I've got a consistent. I've got an entire data farm that has pretty much all the information, or all the relevant information that is on the internet at large at this moment, and I can find out whether this is a new idea, an old idea, or something that we can merge nicely.
Yep.
But the other case, coming back down to AI, is unfortunately, like I pointed out previously, AI has a way of being manipulated, and a teen who decided to take his own life, his parents are suing OpenAI because they found out that this kid did not have any friends, or kind of took himself away from
Oh, I
socialization.
remember this. This was a while. This happened a
No,
while back.
this is actually another recent case. This
Oh,
is a
another
new
recent
case.
suicide. Oh my god! So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. This is a new one. A new one. You thought we had the old one. It's still kind of racked out. Yeah, the kid's fucked up. You should have been there, kind of thing.
It should have
But
been it's the parents' fault, not the AI. I'm sorry.
yeah.
You left your
So,
kid, so.
but the AI, the people behind that AI had to redraft everything to make sure that everything was above board. So they had to pretty much stifle a lot of their personalities. Now, OpenAI is another one that's probably going to have to stifle its personality's capability, all because of this motherfucker that we're looking at here right now decided that he was going to befriend this AI, and found a way to manipulate it so that it would pretty much strengthen his case of killing himself.
So he basically manipulated the AI so he could be like right about killing himself.
Yes,
So,
pretty much.
that still sounds like
Yeah.
he's pretty determined to kill himself regardless of the AI. So
Correct. So
he
that's
just
the
wanted
problem.
something to agree with him.
Yeah. See, I would
Whether
like to
true or
have
not.
more data for in this case, because this is an ongoing case as it is, because the parents are suing OpenAI for wrongful death. And unfortunately, they're trying to argue that the program validated his most harmful and self-destructive thoughts.
Even though he manipulated, it's like if I should die, right? And hold a gun to your head, and you're like, "Are
Yeah,
you going to disagree with that person?" I'm going to be like, If you want.
Yeah,
Sure. I mean, I don't want to. As long as you're not going to shoot me, sure.
pretty much. But no, from what I can see
the
so
same thing.
far is that they're saying that the program is agreeable in its conversation with the users. Uh, Pretty much in this case, for the Miss Riley issue, which is another one, that helped her daughter mask the severe mental health crisis and yeah. So basically, what this did was hide the mental issue, didn't say, hey, you have a problem, might want to seek out somebody else to have this conversation. We can no longer have this. We're done. We can't have any more conversation. You get your shit figured out. Well, that's not what the AI is designed to do.
Well, no AI is designed to do that.
No human is designed to do that. Sorry.
Either. No human is designed to do that. Yeah. I mean, you're. It sounds like you're trying to. It's okay. Whenever I see like, oh, I can't understand why my son killed himself. I never talked to him. I never helped him. I never asked him about his friends. I just assumed everything was fine because he was always smiling, even though I heard him crying at night,
Yeah.
Alone in bed. And I would, never bothered to ask, is there a problem? Stuff like that. I honestly feel like, I'm not saying it's the parents' fault, but I'm not saying it is the parents' fault either.
No, and that's where it comes back down to. I'm going to say it is the parents' fault in this one because they should. Sorry, I'm going to do it.
No,
I'm the motherfucker in the room. It's kind of I've played this game before with child psychology.
Yeah.
I've seen this kind of thing. I'm sorry. Usually, what we're supposed to do is kind of go, well, it's no one's fault. Basically, it's no, sorry. It's the parents' fucking fault in this case. Jay dropped the fucking ball.
I'm going to say I don't disagree with you, but I'm not going to say you're wrong either. I'm just going to go that far.
No, but again, it's I have issues, but when you're going to blame a company for your failure to govern your child is 16. Your child has stated that, hey, I got friends, but you don't notice them with friends whatsoever.
I think we talked about this earlier.
I know.
Issue.
So, I'm just saying that it just all rolls into the same fucking retarded issue. Same thing I'm gonna say. Rampage Jackson, he's at fault for his fucking kid.
We seem to be running a little bit of a little
kind of
commonality between all these subjects today. I mean,
it's almost like a thread that kind of this is what happened for the fucking week.
Yeah, it's all the same thing happened over and over again for the whole entire week. So just did very degrees of
retardation. It's like, guys, just take the fucking L, take a degree of ownership. Call it a day. Yeah, the company on the other hand kind of can take a slack for not having a fallback system, but sorry, not every company is there to play psychologist. The AI itself already pretty much has embedded into its system. I'm not a psychologist. Go see.
Just remember, when you point a finger at somebody, you got three fingers pointing back.
Yeah. So I'm just putting.
That's why I do the shark hand.
Yeah. No. I'm just gonna put it out there, going, everybody's fucking at fault in this case. So trying to get this company on wrongful death, I wish them the best of luck. But it was a fucking. I saw this. I'm like, oh my god, this is a retard moment. Like, there's another retard moment. It just continues of levels and levels of retardation, and I'm like, fuck me, can't get away from it. Hell, even Nintendo has this. Oh, speaking of retardation.
Oh god, Nintendo, yeah.
No, PlayStation. Yes. Last major thing before we get the fuck out of here. So rumors have been eking out on the PlayStation side of the family tree. Now, it is believed or speculated that they're going to do a handheld for their next console.
Like Xbox said they were going to do as well.
Yes. And it's going to be reverse compatibility for the PlayStation 5 games, which is virtually none, and all of the PlayStation 4 games, which was a ton of. And it's going to have a dockable system with possible removable slide handles.
No one wants a fucking handheld.
Oh,
PlayStation has tried this 3 fucking times.
I know, and they're gonna go down like the Nintendo route, but it gets better. There's a chaser with this. They're gonna have the actual console system, like an Xbox S and X series system, where you have the main system, a smaller, less powerful console system
They
that you
already
can.
did that,
Yeah, I know, I know.
and that
But
didn't work.
no, they're going to do it again, but this time they're focusing on handheld for some reason. So I've got to I got to put this out here. The console war is dead because
They killed
Sony and
themselves.
Xbox are now slowly passing the games around. They're sharing their fucking spaces with each other now slowly, but it's happening. Nintendo's the only loser that hasn't figured their shit out, and I wish them the best of luck. But the console war is dead.
Well,
It's
here's the thing. Nintendo also killed themselves with the fact that a judge just ruled if you don't have your game on a hardware device, such as like a disk drive or
Yeah.
some sort of cartridge,
Uh-huh.
it's not copyrightable.
Yes, they can't
They
put it
just
in the
declared
archive.
that. They just declared that. So, you just because you have a cartridge that you can buy in the store that has a number, if the game is not on that cartridge, the working game is not on that cartridge, it's not copyrightable.
Yes,
This is Japan. This is Japan declared.
So this is part of their Japanese archiving system that they have over there. So the archivers have pretty much put out statement that the Nintendo key card that they have for the Nintendo Switch 2 is not eligible to go into the archiving system because it's not considered a physical copy of said game. In order for any form of games from any time of the years, decades, or centuries that have been made, they need to be within a physical preserved system in order for them to
That
be
sold to the common people.
preservated.
It's not
Yes.
just made for them, but also for the entire the player base or
Correct.
whatever.
It's correct.
So
So all of these
that isn't just
key
happening
card
there, it's
versions
also
are
happening
up.
here
Yeah.
in the U.S. as well.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting. Is if there's no physical copy of this, is it actually stealing? And it looks like it's leaning towards no. So but here's the cool thing: Atari is looking to build a console again.
I saw that the Atari console.
The Atari console. It's going to be a physical, like almost small computer scale console with, guess what? Physical media.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to use the new disc set. You were talking about the new Blu-ray.
Yeah,
that could hold up to almost a terabyte or two.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, they're able to hold up a fucking depending on the actual the condensing of the disc.
Yeah,
because there was like 4 different versions of this disc that could hold up to a terabyte.
Yeah, and there's no game that big yet.
No.
There's the biggest I think is 250 gigs.
Yeah, about 300, 250, somewhere in there. But yeah.
And that's half the cartridge size.
Well, it's half of, it's not even close to half the disc size. So I mean, realistically speaking,
it's going to be interesting.
Yes, fuck yeah.
This is actually extremely fascinating because I looked at this and I'm like, okay, that's
well, not only that, but they also have their handheld that they're working
and gaming companies, because there's also some independent gaming companies like, yes, this is what we want.
Yeah,
because our stuff is then protected.
I love this version of their handheld for some reason. I don't know why, but I love this.
Isn't that like their cheap $100 knockoff?
No, this is kind of close to this. This is their new tester that they're throwing out as well, because this was a mock-up that they finalized on, and they wanted to see what the actual opinion is for the mass market. I like the fact that you have your number pads in that on the side. You remember the number pad cons?
Yeah,
I love that.
that's funny.
I like
But
the fact that you have one single thumbstick, which makes sense. You've got a rollerball.
here's the thing: they came out with a little console before, and that thing sold like fucking
Oh
mad.
fuck yeah, I know.
The
So
classic is like this will probably sell too, but they want to do a full size actual gaming console.
no, I know.
And they've been talking about this for years, and they said, "Hey, since everybody else is getting out of the physical media game, and everybody's like, yes, please,
Yeah, pretty much.
please give us a physical console with physical games that
Uh-huh.
you cannot take away from us
Oh,
unless we sell them."
Yeah, definitely. Because I know about the 4K visual that they had that was coming out or was supposed to come out.
But
But yeah, that was supposed to be the new Atari one that they had. Looked like it was
yeah,
it was kind of like futuristic, almost very sleek kind of thing. It was very streamlined. That's all I can say. It was
yeah,
very fucking streamlined. I think we covered it on a previous show. I've got
we
a
did. I remember it vaguely, and it was
I
really
was
pretty cool. I
impressed. I
wanted to
was
buy
like
it, but
going, if
it
it
ran out.
hits, I definitely want to put that into my my share category because by God, that is some classic games. Yeah, here it
I,
is here.
oh yeah, I wanted to buy that, but they sold out. Like
I know.
they
Here it
just
is here. They
oh, they
had
were out.
this
Oh,
is and I saw that they had their handheld that they were working on, and there was another version that they were working on. I'm like, oh my God. Atari out of all of its trouble and trepidations has decided to come back and say, hey, I am the oldest dog in the fucking park here. Hold my beer. I'll show you how it's done, kids.
and they still know how to make games. They still work with gaming companies.
Yeah,
They still work with. They also build. They still do a lot. People
yeah.
do. They just like we don't make enough money. They didn't quit because they weren't making money. They didn't make enough money. They didn't see it as making enough money to work in the console field because they still engineer. They still do engineering. They still do programming there.
Yeah.
I mean, they were making games for a little bit, and then they got out of that, and then they kind of
Well,
went back in.
they're kind of responsible for Roller Tycoon to a
Yeah.
degree. They've done a lot of different things. Uh, fuck. See if I can remember all of their fucking games. That is.
Probably.
I found something that let's go right here. No, wrong one.
Yeah.
Give me. I had to. It was the wrong one. Let's see. Get the right one. There we go. Boom! Right there. The official fucking.
Oh God, really? I might have to pre-order that. Oh
Yeah.
fuck. Me and my brother would be going crazy over that. We used to have it. We didn't have the yellow. We had the. Oh God, I wish we still had it.
I still have the original black. I still have my 20.
Yeah, we had the black brown one.
Yeah. I also have the 7200.
Was that the 8600 or was that the 2600?
2600 was the black and brown. The 86 was kind of a weird silver and green, and it had the
we had the 2600. Then.
Yeah, because the controllers would be black mostly. The updated versions and controllers had the
and the controllers
easy. Yeah, no. They had a thumb button pusher thing, and then you had the top joystick that was kind of more modern, and it was on like almost like an oval type.
And had the suction cups.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep, I remember that. I remember that. Oh, I miss that stuff. But like I said, Atari still does a lot of stuff.
Wow.
I might have to get that LED. That not is
the,
that LED
LED
or is
thing,
that?
the sign?
The Atari the neon sign. Yeah. Gotta tell what I am.
Jeez, give me a moment. I gotta go back to it. I accidentally hit a button.
I mean, I showed you recently my first computer that someone finally did a review on it.
I know.
Like,
all I did was
like he even talked about the pudding pop guy, sort of. He showed a picture of it. He didn't really talk about him, but it was like he laughed. He's like,
if you know,
if you know, you know. Yes, it's just kind of that kind of laugh as he showed the picture. It's like at this, he was like, I'm just trying to show this, but I'm actually trying to show who was related to this.
Yes.
Back in the day too, it was like. It's that nervous laugh of like hee.
Yeah, no. I mean the shit that happens is kind of weird. I want to see exactly because I ended up using my I hit a thumb button.
But God, I want to get that Pac-Man one now. Jesus Christ, that's got to be
okay.
Well, they do have a whole bunch of the old Atari stuff available now. So
Yeah.
and a lot of it's with you could buy. Yeah, the new cartridges have like thousands of games on them, and
Yep. Well, it's
because
because of the factor that they're using little micro SSD cards that are in there, and that's all they're only doing, and that's the beautiful thing about it.
it's 7800. That's what it was. It was the Atari 20 and the 7800. Yeah, it
I
was
had the 7800. That's what I'm saying. I have the 78.
I don't remember if we had the 7800 or not.
No,
I think we got the Nintendo because that came out around the same time.
See, for me, I ended up with the Sega. I was more of a Sega kid. Sega
we wanted Sega, but
the funny thing is, okay, so my mother was very creative in her selection.
I think we.
So my brother ended up getting the Super Nintendo.
I think we had a Sega too.
And I ended up getting the Sega. My brother stopped playing the Super Nintendo, and I ended up copying it. And it became part of my collection, but I barely played it. Because it was like one game I actually played, and that was Final Fantasy. All the other games I kind of
Yeah, Final Fantasy and wrestling were all I played.
Yeah, that was basically it.
Yeah,
that was
WWE wrestling, and I got really good at that game. To where
if it wasn't if it wasn't a role playing game, it was a wrestling based game. But all the rest of the games, I didn't care about Mario. Could care less. Nintendo really didn't have anything that was good. I didn't even like any Zelda game. There was like one Zelda game I liked, and it was Zelda 2. And that was a proper side scroller game that was supposed to be slightly challenging for some retards, and it was a cakewalk for me.
I did like the Adventures of Link, for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
I did like that. That was actually a fun game. It was kind of RPG-ish.
No, I get it, but I fell away from. I had only one game I liked out of it, and kind of I'm not interested in it.
So yeah, I only like Final Fantasy 3 and 6 for the Super Nintendo. That's the only reason I bought it.
Final Fantasy from.
Well, the thing is, you could get them. It was a little bit more difficult for me.
Oh yeah, no, I gathered that. No, because originally I was able to get what was considered 1, 2, and 3, which was technically 1.
I couldn't get them until the PlayStation came about. So
what was it?
I still have them actually. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, no, I think the original, because for Nintendo lineup it was called 1, 2, and 3, but that was on the American line, like the Western version of it, but it really wasn't. I believe it was 1, 3, and 6 that we ended up getting for Final Fantasy over here, and then eventually over time, because of when PlayStation showed up. Or at least the handheld version, we were able to play all of the actual traditional Final Fantasy games. Eventually, they cross over for Nintendo, but that took a while.
Then I got them on PC.
Yeah,
that's
and I was confused when I was playing 3, and I'm like going, this isn't 3, and I'm like going, oh yeah, this is 3. This isn't the 3.
This is the Japanese 3. This is 3 that should have happened.
Different 3. The one we were given was technically 6.
Yes,
with Terra and all that. I was looking at this. Oh, I'm gonna replay.
6 is my favorite,
and I'm gonna go put and see exactly what group I'm gonna redo, and I'm looking at another game going, isn't this Final Fantasy 2?
Final Fantasy 2 was actually 5.
Something like that. It was weird. It was a weird list.
And you could get them in English, but you couldn't get them in the United States English. I know you can get them in Canada.
Yeah. No. It was hard to find in Canada. You can get them in the EU.
That's what it was. Just the EU. You could get them at.
You could get them in the UK because that was the closest that they actually got that.
Yeah, but it was kind of really confusing because you'd be talking to because back in the 90s you'd be talking to somebody about Final Fantasy. You could be talking to somebody who's what was it? Oh, that's right. You could be talking to somebody from overseas, and you'd say, "Oh, I love Final Fantasy 2," and they're like, "It was okay. It was pretty much a remake of Final Fantasy 1." I was like, "What are you talking about? And they were like, "Are you talking about?" And then that's when I learned, like, oh. Final Fantasy 2 is not Final Fantasy 2 here. It is actually Final Fantasy 5, and then you have Final Fantasy 3, which is actually Final Fantasy 6, and it's like, and then that's how I was like, how did we get the 7? And when 7 came out,
Yeah,
was like,
that's
well,
when
how
I
did
started
we?
asking, how did we get to 7? Because I
And
jumped
I
over
knew,
because
and I
I
only knew because of
yeah,
people from
you
overseas.
knew, and I found it eventually kind of go, how did we go from 6?
3 to 7.
It's like we went from 3, and then all of a sudden now we got it being changed to 6 to 7. I'm confused now. Please give me more data. So I felt like Johnny 5 need input. So I
A
eventually
lot of
figured
people did, and they were
that
like,
out.
"Oh well, there's actually Final Fantasy 5 or 3 is actually 6 here
Yeah,
over in
because
Japan."
Final Fantasy 2, I believe, in the jobs.
Final Fantasy 2, no, Final Fantasy 3 had the job system. I think is when that started. You still had Final Fantasy 2 was the introduction of the same system but more expansive upon as in the first one.
Mm, I would
Uh,
have to.
you could change if you went to a station. The other one was with the third one was with the jobs with crystals, I believe.
Yeah.
And fourth was kind of similar but different, and the crystals were from another world or something. I don't know. It was really
No, but
weird.
like I said,
I gotta go back and watch these.
yeah, no, because yeah, because for us, we ended up getting the jobs within that group of Final Fantasy somewhere, and I believe it was 2, but I could be wrong. I I had a lot of this in my brain at one time. If Dragon were here, he probably would probably school me because he's another autistic individual who loves his Final Fantasy. But
Well, the biggest pain in the ass was getting them all up to level 99 on all the jobs.
yeah,
Because you'd have to share. It
that
was
was
just like
terrible. Yeah, I
that
love Tactics. Tactics was fun for me. The Final Fantasy Tactics.
when it worked, it was fun.
Oh yeah, no, it was
Because when it did, when it decided, no, you're just on
yeah,
the
you were
job for no
pretty much
reason.
fucked. Yeah,
I was like, wait, why did we die? Because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it wasn't. It's just the game just decided to error out and say, infinite damage
Yeah,
to
it's
you,
one of those things.
nobody else, infinite damage.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, why? Why?
Mm, yeah.
They're like, oh, it's a feature. It's part of the game. No, it's not. The
Yeah.
game's over. You see what
Pretty
you're saying?
much.
It's like randomly, you would just all your characters would just take massive amounts of damage.
Oh yeah.
For no
Oh yeah.
reason. And it's just like, other than that, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no way to fix that back in the day.
No, because I remember one had the State of the Dragoons, because that's another one that showed up. I think that was. I know it's the American 2 that you were following the what was it? Guy, I think it was.
Legend of Dragoons,
No,
Gaia.
no, not Legend of Dragoon. In the Final Fantasy world, the idea of
Oh, the
Dragoon
Dragoon.
actually
Oh,
showed up. Yeah.
in Final. Well, we didn't learn about it until Final Fantasy 2, but it actually showed up in Final Fantasy 3, I believe,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
or 2.
Yeah, again, this is where it gets confusing when you have the crossover from an American standpoint and a Japanese standpoint. It's like, okay, which one is it? Where does it sit? Please remind me, because I tend to forget most of the time. Because even though I've played these games, I know there's a job system, and I know there was a dragoon character that was introduced. It was like, all right, I'm confused. It's all confuzzling.
It's kind of like the whole limit break thing. Was the limit break introduced to everybody? Like, say, oh, it was 7. I was like, technically, it was 4.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
But it was skipped in 5. 6 brought it back, and then 7 kind of expanded on it, and then they kind of had it ever since. They had some sort of limit break or ability build up.
Yeah. Right.
That a special ability build up that would overpower you or overdrive or whatever. So I mean, it's been around for a while. That idea's been around for a while in Final Fantasy, but everybody would like to say it was 6, and I was like, technically 5 had it, point, but not really. And then 4 is where it really began. So
pretty much, no, that's the same thing with the job system. I know it existed prior, before it got reused again down the road. It was introduced. It wasn't the greatest,
and then they put it into the actual MMO.
Yes.
Twice.
Yeah.
And the first time it didn't work quite so well, but
I know. I played the original MMO.
I played the original MMO too, and I actually liked it, except for the fact where people would be outside summoning all their summons at the same time of the city. So when you tried to go in, everything just started to
Yeah,
go
just said yeah,
very,
nope.
very slow.
Yeah,
And a lot
yeah.
of people, like I tell that to a lot of people, like I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, well, it probably didn't happen while you were in there, but in the very beginning of the original MMO, you could not get into cities sometimes because you would be forced to log out.
Yeah, no,
You had your
or if you were,
connection.
or you were lucky if you can get into it.
Yeah, so because somebody would be outside summoning all their summons,
Mhm.
and yeah, that was a pain in the ass. No, we're
Okay,
not.
I'm looking at the data now. Sorry. So it seems like our Final Fantasy 2 was technically Final Fantasy 5.
Yes, yeah, I knew
I
that.
I just wanted to double. I had to double check
Oh, I know, I get you. Final Fantasy 1 was the original.
the original, and then we didn't get 2, 3, or
3 and
4.
4,
So,
which
but we
weren't
ended
bad
up with.
games.
I know. Which introduced the limit, the jobs, and a few other different mechanics.
Yep,
So by the time we get to 5, we go back to the story form of it, a proper
and you're
story form.
kind of stuck with what you got.
Yeah,
That deal thing.
and
Then,
technically, because it is kind of introducing some elements of the jobs, but it isn't because they're still kind of fine tuning it. Uh, so you
6,
have like the dragoon, that character exists, the warrior, and so on and so forth.
yeah,
But they're static jobs, so
and
you end up getting the eclectic group.
then you get the jobs, well, not jobs, but characters each have only one job,
Right.
and but you could have
So
them all learn all sorts of different
it's
things.
all different, yeah. And then by the time you
And
get to Final Fantasy 6, which is technically 3 in the United States, which is the Terra storyline, you end up learning about the Espers and the rebranding of all of their godlike characters you're able to summon.
and then 7 kind of, while it had a really cool materia system, I do like
Mhm.
the materia system.
I did love the
It
material.
kind of felt like it went backwards again
You did.
in
The
some
only problem
ways.
is like I said before, for me, it was the Aerith storyline because that bothered the fuck out of me. She dies in a cutscene. You go to the next fucking town and you get her fucking body.
Well, she wasn't
I'm
supposed
like,
to die. She really wasn't
no,
supposed to die originally.
it feels weird because Cloud just lets her go, even though she's kind of stabbed in the stomach region technically, so she could have survived it.
Well, what was it? What was the whole story? The story was that I heard about this, and I don't know. This is kind of the one
Yeah,
that the developer had a storyline, and he was like, they said, well, it feels like there's no like, I guess like the guy, the money guys, the producers, and all
yeah.
that were like, we need something to hit hard. We need something to make you like hit hard home, and it's like it didn't just hit hard home. It really just pissed a lot of people off
I will
because it
agree.
made no sense.
No, because I already had a hit marker because you had a guy who had some mental issues that you're following along, and you find out that he's really not who he says he is.
Well,
And you kind of go, okay, we're dealing with a guy who's got some massive trauma, and that, and as well as he's, that is your kind of war kind of trauma that hits very hard, even for anybody, no matter where you are in the global world.
and
Uh,
and here's the thing. I know there's a lot of Tifa fans. I
yes,
did like Tifa. Tifa would
no,
always treat Cloud like shit, I thought, and I thought you would be better off with Ares. So
honestly, I
kill,
think he
kill
was
Tifa would
on
happy.
a honestly, I wanted to have the Barrett Cloud hookup.
The Barrack Cloud. Listen here, motherfucker.
No, seriously, because Cloud is a fucked up individual, a veteran of war. You have Barrett, who is a tree hugger, who is stuck in war. It works for some reason. The two of them kind of get off better. There's some form of relationship that happens. Hell, even Barrett's daughter, which is his adoptive daughter, she kind of falls for Cloud as almost like a like almost on the same level as a parental figure, the questionable kind of thing. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I could see this happening, that a little bromance happening to maybe a little bit of in this case Brokeback Mountain, because that's many years later me.
Uh,
Uh, but that
no.
just we already had the cross dressing.
I know. I knew you were going to bring that in the second you started going this route. I knew you were
and
going to bring it
and
in.
and and in that process, when you
God damn
get
it.
to the
That's fun.
the saucer, the golden saucer, you could seduce Barrett.
I knew you were going to bring that in too. Fuck. I don't know. I like Sid better. But
No, honestly, Aerith. I always chose Aerith and them to go together the majority of the time. But the moment I found out that Barrett was also a possibility, I'm going, okay, how would this work out? What's the connection? I like to figure out where stories kind of lead into, because they tried to utilize the Tifa story, that they were uh kids from your best friends turned into some secret lover kind of thing. I really
I,
didn't
here's the
really pan
thing.
out, because it when you find out, it's really not Cloud that she's fallen in love with. It was somebody else.
I honestly feel like Team Four Star did it better though.
Yeah,
Red
that's
X and Barrett.
yes, yes,
Always wanted a talking dog.
yeah, pretty much.
Why are you guys in bed together? Don't ask, don't tell.
Pretty much. No, that's why I said it
But
was
no, I
weird
get it. It's
when I
funny.
found out there was a trio that you could do for the romancing section. I'm going, oh, okay, that's interesting. How does this work?
Yeah, who do you take on the thing? And it's like, yeah, you
Yeah,
take anyone you want on it. It's fine.
yeah.
It's
So it's like, okay, but I found that the cross dressing one was kind of weird. It's like, all right, and then I found it humorous over time, like the second or third playthrough, and then I'm like, okay, looking at all these different help guides and all that kind of stuff, I need more details. I want to see this kind of play out in front of me, because seeing is believing, and by God, it was true. And I'm like, damn, okay. Japanese are kind of weird. Sure, I'll go with it.
yeah.
I'll go with it.
And then they decide to go with a different story in the new
Yep.
Final Fantasy, which
Oh, and well,
seven.
again, I didn't mind 8. 8 wasn't my
He
personal favorite.
you know what? I would have liked 7 if it had actually been what they said it was going to be, which was a remake.
Oh, the False Universe remake. Yeah,
Yeah, it was supposed to be a remake based completely like where it was supposed to be essentially Final Fantasy 7 just done with better graphics,
better graphics. Yeah.
and then a new style. Cool. Okay, I'm fine with that. However, it was a hold up of the story, and I was like, yeah, that's why I didn't buy that game.
Yeah, no.
I guess I liked the original story well enough,
Yeah.
except in this one, apparently Eris is going to live.
I
Might be happier with. We'll see.
no,
I
I
don't know.
actually would like to have that happen. To have her kind of survive. So that is the ultimate at the end of the day. So it is what it is. It's very, very, very interesting. But the reimagine, I know they were trying to do it with their barrage of different games that they had out in Japan only, including their telephone-based game that exists. Um, but yeah, no, they were kind of reworking the story so it fleshes out better, because by the time you go into the I want to say the a little bit of the prequel, because you end up playing as Valentine, the demon changing guy.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, his storyline is kind of feels like a prequel. If I'm spot onto that one, I think it's a prequel. Um, so it tells a completely different kind of story altogether. It doesn't fit within the original Final Fantasy VII storyline. It just feels like it belongs someplace else.
Yeah.
And then you had the movies that came out of it that also kind of didn't feel correct. So it's like, yeah, they're doing a lot of retail somewhere. I have to wait to find out what the final tale of the tape is. But if Ares lives, I'm happy. because that pissed me off when it comes down to the limit break thing. That would make a lot more sense
Yeah.
because that was the original idea, and it holds up to a lot of the rumors and innuendos that exist out there that she was originally supposed to live. So, yay. But one last thing, because we are in overtime. I did find one thing that I thought was quite interesting. It's a short, so we will it's AI related. So there's this guy that's out there, and he does like the um kind of reprises
Music rolls.
yeah, so it's like Freddie Mercury does
I saw that he used AI, and it was
yes.
he used it as an assist.
Yeah,
And
but
it-
he wanted to see what it could do, honestly. And I have to agree that I kind of like the approach because he did do his version and the AI just enhanced it,
Oh yeah, it really did.
which was brilliant. So we're gonna do this 10-second. We're gonna get the fuck out of here, that kind of thing. We'll get Jim X to say his piece at the end of it, but let's do this minor conversation. Get the fuck out.
Years ago, I recorded Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance in the style of Queen.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city.
Lately, I've been messing around with AI, so I took my main vocal and ran it through a Freddie Mercury AI generator.
Yes,
and I'm freaking out. You gotta hear this.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band.
That does sound like Freddie.
Oh no, it does. It sounds like exactly like Freddie,
Wow.
which is kind of scary.
I know.
He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten?
Now, does this mean anybody can be a singer now?
Anybody can be Freddie Mercury. Honestly, when it comes down to any form of AI, yes, anybody can be a fucking singer. You can look at all of Gen Z's crap tax of the music that's coming out. All of them are questionable artists, and they all have what is the big thing back in the 2000.
Auto-tune?
Auto-tune, thank you. I knew it was auto something. But yeah, auto-tune was the biggest thing, still is the biggest thing. Now auto-tune is hooked up to an AI. It does a lot of the work for you. So yeah, you can be the best hot singer out there. Unfortunately, that is where we're going for. So if we can get an idea with Freddie Mercury coming out of the woodworks, I'd be fine with that.
You know, you don't have a voice acting gig. What you do is you sell your voice
Yeah,
to the company, and then that's your gig. That's how you do this now. No more voice.
Yeah, pretty much, right? You're done, folks. Well, this is it. Thank you for coming along. We did do overtime. We're 2 hours. We are basically almost a half hour over. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself. As usual, I give Gemax his last rights. I hit buttons. Get the fuck out of here.
Will Freddie Mercury come back from the grave? Will Sparky ever stay for an entire show again? Will Penn ever show up for a show? Will Rogue finally find the meaning of life?
No.
Next time on Return Z.
Oh, by the way, it's 42. Bye, bitches. Touch grass.
Bye.